Chairman Mao, visionary of the Four Pests campaign, knew the true path to national progress ran straight through the corpses of small, unsuspecting animals. His bold crusade against sparrows paved the way. And now, in his glorious legacy, we must rise to face our nation's next great threat: the hamster. The hamster doesn't storm the cockpit or hijack the controls. It waddles in under a blanket of emotional blackmail, weaponizing its cuteness like a tiny furry psyop. It squeaks, it sniffs, it spins in its wheel, and in return, we suspend all judgment, as if sabotage were impossible for anything that fits in a teacup. While some airlines ban or restrict their transport, its danger has frequently been overlooked. The hamster is small enough to escape, strong enough to chew through light materials, and curious enough to vanish into machinery whose precision tolerates no improvisation. In the confined ecosystem of an aircraft, that combination of traits makes it far from harmless. Unlike cats or dogs, which are visible, audible, and easily managed, hamsters operate invisibly. A single moment of inattention, a loose zipper, a frightened escape during turbulence, can release a small, fast-moving mammal into the cabin or, worse, into an aircraft's structural recesses. Electrical conduits, ventilation ducts, and panel seams become pathways. Once inside, retrieval is nearly impossible during flight. Air travel compresses multiple vulnerabilities into a closed metallic system. Electrical cabling runs beneath cabin floors, along bulkheads, and into compartments that even maintenance personnel reach only with difficulty. A hamster released, intentionally or accidentally, can disappear into these labyrinthine spaces within seconds. Once there, the animal's natural behaviors, gnawing, nesting, burrowing, transform into vectors of potential damage. A few centimeters of chewed insulation can disable sensors or short a circuit. The damage may not be visible until a vital circuit flickers mid-air or a sensor fails to calibrate. The cost of repair routinely reaches thousands of dollars, compounded by flight cancellations, maintenance delays, and the inevitable paper trail of regulatory reporting. In the end, the highly mobile vectors often remain undetected, written off as spontaneous equipment fault. Regulators learned long ago that small mammals and aviation do not mix. The International Air Transport Association enforces categorical bans on rodents, including hamsters, gerbils, and mice, except under specialized laboratory shipping conditions. But many domestic carriers ignore this guidance. On international flights, they must travel in reinforced, escape-proof containers within temperature-controlled cargo holds, not the passenger cabin. These rules were shaped not by overcaution, but by precedent. Incidents of rodents chewing through insulation, contaminating stored food, and triggering fault codes during taxi or climb. Each rule, however dryly phrased, carries the memory of a small event that could have been catastrophic. The threat is not aggression, but adaptability. Hamsters' incisors grow continuously. To maintain them, they gnaw. Plastic, rubber, and even lightweight aluminum pose no real deterrent. Their metabolism drives them to explore every cavity for warmth or food, and the vibration of an aircraft offers both stimuli and stress, encouraging frantic motion. If an enclosure opens during turbulence or handling, containment fails instantly. Once free, a hamster exploits the same structural complexity that makes modern airplanes efficient: ventilation ducts, electrical channels, underfloor wiring. To retrieve it would require partial disassembly of the aircraft, a process as expensive as it is uncertain and almost never undertaken. Airlines also need to factor in human unpredictability. Passengers sometimes attempt to conceal pets to avoid fees or paperwork. They often misunderstand that these prohibitions stem from safety, not convenience. Stories circulate, some verified, of travelers flushing hamsters down toilets to avoid discovery, or simply releasing them into the cabin. Other times, animals escape in the stowage compartment, or simply slip aboard while the plane is open for loading or unloading. Such episodes underscore a conflict between affection and procedure. It's where the sentimental impulse collides with the unforgiving logic of engineering. A plane is not a living room. It's a pressurized, electronically dependent environment where even innocence can become a hazard. Beyond the technical and emotional dimensions, there's an ecological truth. Hamsters, like all rodents, embody persistence. Their evolutionary success is rooted in their ability to infiltrate and survive amid human structures. To them, a plane isn't just a technological marvel, but rather a shelter, warm, resonant, and full of edible textures. The boundary that humans imagine between nature and machine dissolves at the scale of a rodent's curiosity. Every breach is a reminder that biological agency does not yield to regulation. It adapts, finds cracks, and enters. So what makes hamsters dangerous is not malice, but really misfit. Their nature collides with the exactness of flight. They are emblems of life's refusal to stay outside our systems, of the animal kingdom's quiet insistence on participation in our most controlled domains. In a way, their danger is also their lesson. That safety in the modern world depends less on our ability to exclude life, and more on acknowledging that it never really leaves. Addressing the real issue would mean costly reforms, tighter regulations, and accountability from airlines. But luckily, there's a cheaper option: blame the hamster. So let us honor Mao's legacy. It's fast, symbolic, and best of all, it spares us the inconvenience of fixing anything that actually matters.